Hey, what's up, everybody? It's One Place for Cod here, and we got a new story out today, and this is about my night in Paris. And this is actually a really interesting story, but first, before I get into it, let me give you a little background information on what was going on that night and what happened. So basically, we went there for my cousin's marriage. Two of my cousins were getting married on separate Saturdays at the same time. So we went there a few weeks before they were getting married, just so we can kind of, sightsee, because we're in Europe. What the hell? Why not? So we went to, the first thing we did is we drove to up to France, up to Italy, and then we drove all the way back down. It was about a 1.5 day journey, just sleeping in the car and doing everything. So it was really long, maybe 17 hours. Pretty much 17 hours. So we went there and we drove to Paris, right? And the first issue that happened was we were in the car for just so long, and there was just so much traffic. But that's not even the main issue. That's the first thing. So we got there really late, and since we had a rental car, right? Over there, gas here, regular gas is black at gas stations, and over there, diesel gas is black. So the colors are opposite. So over there, instead of green being diesel and black being regular, it's black is diesel and green is regular. So my dad was kind of confused because it's not like that, but he didn't take a look. He usually just looks at the color. So he's like, I always take black, so I'm going to take black. And he's like, wait, this doesn't fit in our car. Well, it's France. Maybe we're just not used to it. Different cars. You're one on the right side of the steering wheel. Why not just try it out? So he did try it out, and he actually pushed it in there because he thought that was the right thing you were supposed to be doing. He shoved it in there. Obviously didn't fit because it was for diesel cars. And he filled the entire gas tank with diesel gas, even though it was regular gas. Isn't that crazy? And so, the next part is funny. So we drove out, and in the middle of the road, we were just kind of driving out back to Paris and be like, oh, let's go see the Eiffel Tower, oh, let's go do this. No, that's not the plan for tonight. In the car, smoke starts pouring out of our rental car. It's just pouring out of the exhaust pipe. And it's hilarious. And then we pull over, and we're like, what the frick, man? And we were all pissed. We're like, dude, you put the wrong gas. It's like, I'm sorry, I didn't know. I was just looking at the color. And so it was a pretty honest mistake. And we didn't know what to do because our car was smoking. So we saw these guys who owned a white truck. We're like, the white truck, tools in their back, maybe they can fix this. So we talked to them. They spoke French. We could hardly speak anything. But eventually we communicated the issue. And they tried tens of different things just to try to get this... the diesel out of the car. So eventually they after trying, they did get it out, but during it all this smoke was flying in the air, and it literally, if you did that, if this much smoke was flying in the air back here in America, you probably everyone would have gotten pissed at you. But the thing is, in France, no one gives a crap about pollution. And this also happened because they took the gasoline and they went to a rose bush and they dumped all the gasoline in the rose bush. And we're just like, what the heck are you doing? What are you doing? And then they're like, Paris. And I'm like, okay, well, you're not even going to have any Paris if you keep screwing with it like this, polluting the air and messing with the flowers. And basically, yeah, so they screwed up the flowers. They finally pumped all this crap out of our car. And by that time, we'd been sitting there for about 4 hours. It was about 12 o'clock at night. The Eiffel Tower just closed, and we drove to a hotel. And this was the first hotel we could find because we wanted to go all the way up to Italy. And, they have one of those really old elevators with, the chains that pull it up. And we all had kind of a fear of riding it because we thought it was going to break down. But, yeah, we went up there and we spent the night. And the very next morning, we drove right back out to Italy. We didn't even get to see France because we spent 4 hours sitting there being like, man, what the heck? We have to sit here and get this diesel out of our car. So it was pretty bad. If you guys like this story, make sure to drop a like, your favorite, and subscribe for more of these. I'll put 2 links in the description. I made 2 stories before this, on the day I broke my wrist and the day I fell down a mountain. Those are really interesting, and probably some of the best stories. I have a lot of great ones that I'm kind of holding back to give to you guys until, I get a little more views. So, I'm the One Place for God, and I'm out.